Good morning. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you up until, through each stage of these proceedings, up until changed by you if you plead out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you want the appointment of the public defender. If you cannot afford a private attorney, I will appoint the public defender's office this morning to represent you. You are also entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity yet to let friends, family, or your attorney know where you are, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. Okay? At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear or affirm that the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Nicole Marino. Ms. Marino, what's your date of birth?
1684.
Okay. Ms. Marino, you are here this morning for possession of controlled substance, 2 counts of that, and possession of a drug without a prescription. They gave you no bond on these cases. You are entitled to a bond on these cases. I'm going to give you a bond on these, but I do see that you have some open cases, 2017 CF 1741 and 2017 CF 1742. Both of those are drug cases as well in front of Judge Merritt, and I see your next court date is on November 3rd for those cases. Do you have the public defender on those cases?
Yes.
Do you want me to make sure the public defender's on this case as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to give you a bond on this case because you're still entitled to have a bond on these cases. I'm going to give you a bond of $2,000 each. What I'm going to do, though, Ms. Moreno, is I'm going to recommit you on the other 2 cases. So because there's probable cause to believe that you committed this crime while you were out on bond on those other 2 cases, we're going to pull your bond on those cases and we're going to hold you in custody until your cases are resolved, okay? Okay. And we're going to see you back to court. I'm going to put all your cases on the same day. We're going to see you back to court on November 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bobbiana Walker. What was the last name? Ms. Walker?
Oh, Walker, sorry.
Ms. Walker, what's your date of birth?
8/31/92.
Okay. You are here this morning for a battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Did you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
The public defender.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, do you know if she has a prior record?
I don't see any first.
Okay. Ms. Walker, I have an address for you on Constitution Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Since July 31st.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
25 years.
Already. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an LPN.
Okay. Do you live with Arsenio Jackson?
No.
Okay. All right, Ms. Walker, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case, but I don't want you to have any contact with Mr. Jackson, okay? Do not write him, do not call him, do not email him, do not have anyone else do that on your behalf, okay? You guys have any children in common?
3.
Oh, you have 3 kids? How old are they?
6, 5, and 1.
And they're, okay, so Mr. Jackson is the father of those children?
Yes.
All righty. And are those children in your custody? You guys have shared custody?
Mine.
Okay. Okay, does he have visitation?
He gets them whenever he pleases. There's no really agreement.
Okay. Well, I want you to have no contact with him. So if you guys need to have contact for child visitation purposes, then that needs to be done through a third party, okay?
My mother.
Okay, do that for your mom then, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case he wants to file an injunction against you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a bond of $500. And we're going to see you back to court on November 15th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Dana Johnson. Hi, Miss Johnson. What's your date of birth?
4/13/94.
Okay. You are here this morning. You were picked up on a warrant that had failure to appear for 2 charges in front of Judge Toner, fraudulent use of identification and possession of paraphernalia. And that warrant's from February of 2017, and Judge Toner put on the warrant that he felt you were absconder, and this is your second violation of PTI, and he wants no bond on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold you no bond on these cases until you answer in front of Judge Toner on November 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on these cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office, and we'll see you back to court on November 20th, okay?
Thank you.
Tina Gibbons. Hi, Miss Gibbons. What's your date of birth?
7/5/66.
All right. You were here this morning for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State, do you know if she has a prior record?
Yes. She just recently had a domestic dropped within the last 2 months. She has out-of-state history from Kentucky and I believe South Dakota. Disorderly conduct, possession of paraphernalia, controlled substance, reckless driving, and last year she has in another state a domestic conviction.
Okay. All right, Miss Gibbons, I have an address for you on Travel Park Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am, that's where I've been staying, yes.
Okay. How long?
I'm from Kentucky. We're here to buy a house on Aladdin Drive.
Okay, so you've just been staying here. You don't really live here.
Right.
Okay.
We don't close on that house until the 15th of November.
Is that address on Travel Park Drive? Do you share that address with Donald Garrison?
That's who I've been staying with, yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to go back to Kentucky.
That doesn't really help. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Miss Gibbons, do you have a job?
No, ma'am, not here, I don't.
All right, Miss Gibbons, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, and you're going to see you back to court on November 15th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
All right. Brittany Barriera. Hi, Brittany. What's your date of birth?
4/22/91.
Okay. You are here today for a domestic battery. I do not find probable cause for your arrest. I do not find that the probable cause affidavit meets the statute 784.031A, specifically the part where that you have to actually and intentionally strike another person against the will of the other person. I'm going to find no probable cause for your arrest. That does not mean that the state attorney's office will not proceed to prosecute your case. What that means is that you're going to be released on your own recognizance today, and we're going to see you back to court on November 15th at 9 a.m. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. You can be released ROR. We'll see you back to court November 15th at 9 a.m.
And Judge, just for the record, we object to the finding of no probable cause. An independent witness corroborates the fact that this man was punched in the face. We prosecute
I
cases
read the
like that all
PC
the time.
affidavit, and I understand you prosecute those cases, and that's what I just told her. That doesn't mean I'm going to find probable cause.
And I'm still objecting for the record,
Okay.
that's all.
All right, free to go. Jesse Abney. Mr. Abney, what's your date of birth?
8396.
Okay, you are here this morning for a manslaughter charge, and your bond is currently $30,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State, do you know if he has a prior record?
I see a theft on his record from about 3 years ago. I don't have any other information of any other matters.
Okay. Jesse, how old are you? You 20? 21?
21.
21, okay. All right, I have an address for you on Sarasota Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Like 4 months.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
21 years.
Okay. Do you move around a lot?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Do you have family in the area?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you have?
Just my grandma, my aunt.
And they live in Hernando County?
Yes, ma'am.
The state want to be heard on the bond amount?
Yes, Your Honor, this is a very serious case. My understanding is I know there was more than one case of this nature going on in this county right now. So I'm not even sure, unfortunately, which one this is. But Ben has no employment, some ties to the community, but the punishment here is extremely extremely harsh, facing a sentence that he's facing. We believe he may be a flight risk. We ask that the bond be increased to at least $100,000.
Okay, why do you believe he would be a flight risk? He's been here for 21 years.
Based on the charges that he's...
Just based on the charge?
Yes.
Okay. Anything?
I don't believe he's a flight risk, Judge. He's lived here for 21 years.
Okay. Mr. Abney, do you have a passport?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'll keep your bond at $30,000. We're going to see you back November 20th at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Toner, okay?
All right, thank you.
30th.
Michael Amato? Mr. Amato, how are you?
Fine.
What's your date of birth?
2786.
All right. You are here this morning because Citrus County has a warrant for your arrest.
Sure.
They want no bond on that, so we're going to hold you no bond on that warrant. Citrus County is going to come pick you up and take you over there,
Yep.
and we'll figure out what's going on with your case over there, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
Thomas Beasley? Thomas Beasley?
He's right here, ma'am.
Oh, okay. There we go. Mr. Beasley, can I have your date of birth, please?
9686.
Okay. You are here this morning for a grand theft over $20,000. Your bond is currently $5,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State, do you know if he's a prior record?
Yeah, goes back about 10 years. thefts, grand theft auto, VOPs, batteries, grand theft auto, DOC's been to prison, stalking, driving unsuspended, resisting without, failures to appear, resisting with, larceny, resisting without, battery on Leo, battery, failure to appear, 9 grand thefts, and he also has a warrant pending out of Georgia, and a dwellis, and a violation of probation, and he's definitely a flight risk.
Mr. Reeves, I have an address for you on Grant Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
2 years.
10 years? Okay. Do you have a job, Mr. Beasley?
No.
All right. Are you on any substance this morning that's going to affect your understanding of these hearings?
No.
I'll keep your bond at $5,000. I'm going to see you back to court November 20th at 8:30 in the morning. James Conley.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Conley, you're here this morning for a violation of probation. It's a warrant signed by Judge Toner on August 9th for that, so there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was in the hospital, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, well, Judge Toner signed that warrant. He wants no bond on that, so we're going to keep that no bond right now. I'm going to get you back in front of Judge Toner on November 20th. I've appointed public defender's office, and hopefully you can take care of your case on that day, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Matthew Cupp. Mr. Cups, what's your date of birth?
8/26/86.
All right. Do you know what the date of offense was on the 2017 CF1582?
I have the arrest date as 7/22/17 on the rap sheet. That's the drug possession.
Yes. Okay.
It looks like we filed an information on August 2nd as per the rap sheet.
Okay. All right, Mr. Cups, the first case that I have for you is a failure to appear. Looks like the failure to appear is in front of Judge Merritt, and he failed to appear on September 22nd, 2017. Those charges are several possession of controlled substances and a possession of paraphernalia. Judge Merritt wants no bond on those. He also wrote on the warrant that you have 2 prior felonies, a prior misdemeanor, and an outstanding warrant, and that's why he wants you held without bond. So we're going to hold you without bond on that case, and we're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. We also have these new charges for you of robbery and a domestic battery. I did find probable cause for those, and that's based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman on August 31st. We're going to set a bond at $10,000 each on that case. And we're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m. so we can get all of your cases on one day. Do you want the public defender on all of these cases?
Yes, ma'am, for now.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office, and we'll see you back to court November 14th, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Brian Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell, can I have your date of birth?
2/22/97.
Okay, say that again. I didn't hear you.
2/22/97.
Okay. Okay, you are here this morning for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on October 19th for a possession of a controlled substance charge. The bond on that is currently $10,000. And it looks like a new charge of a possession of controlled substance. The bond on that is currently $2,000. So what we're going to do, I know the bond is $10,000 on the failure to appear case, but because it looks like there's probable cause to believe that you committed a new crime while you were out on bond on that felony, I'm going to recommit you on that case. So we'll do a recommitment order on 2017 CF 1310. You're going to be held no bond on that case. Until that case is resolved or until Judge Merritt says differently, okay? Do you want me to appoint the public defender on these cases?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office. We're going to see you back to court on November 14th on both of these cases. For the possession of a controlled substance, you're entitled to bond on that case. I'm going to give you a bond of $4,000. And we're going to see you back to court on November 14th at 9 a.m. And I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm sorry. For the new charge is $4,000. Okay, Mark Moger.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Moger. What is your date of birth?
10/6/61.
Okay, you are here this morning for failure to appear on some cases out of Monroe County. It looks like a DUI, hit and run, leave and see an accident involving damage. There's two charges for a total of $10,000 bond. We're going to keep that at $10,000, and we'll get you over to Monroe County where you can figure out what's going on with your case over there, okay?
I have a public defender already that's been working on this case.
Okay, perfect. You can meet with them when you get over there, okay?
Okay.
All righty. Michael Marula. Good morning, Mr. Murillo. Can I have your date of birth?
6/27/91.
Okay. Mr. Murillo, you are here this morning for a dealing in stolen property. The bond is currently $5,000. Defrauding a second-hand dealer, the bond is currently $5,000. And a grand theft, the bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for all of these. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on each of these cases. State, do you know if he has a prior record?
I don't see anything in Florida. However, it looks like he was arrested 3 weeks ago in New York for criminal mischief.
They're dropping the charges, though. I had to be there for court November 9th so they could drop the charges.
Okay. Mr. Murillo, I have an address for you on Cougar Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
26 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
Okay. For the dealing in stolen property, I'll set your bond at $2,500. For the defrauding a second-hand dealer, I'll set your bond at $2,500. We're going to see you back to court on November 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And then for the Grand theft, I'll keep the bond at $2,000, and we're going to see you back to court November 20th at 8:30 in the morning. I've appointed the public defender on all of these cases, okay? So if you're unable to bond out, the public defender will come out and see you. If you do bond out, you want to make your way to the public defender's office to see them, okay?
Okay.
Jacob Patanod.
Morning.
Hi, Jacob. What's your date of birth?
10/10/1989.
Okay, you were here this morning for a trespass. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
I'll represent myself.
Okay. State to see your prior record?
Yes, it starts with juvenile stuff in 03, 04, 05, 06. Let's see. 2008, marijuana, that was dropped. 09, battery, burglary, criminal mischief. 2010, another battery, criminal mischief, battery on law enforcement. In 12, we have domestic battery, violation of an injunction, resisting without. 2012, DUI, and driving unsuspended and a hit and run. For shoplifting, petty theft. 2013, Dwellis, false name to law enforcement, violations of probation. Another battery, that one was dropped. Larceny, out-of-county warrants, contempt of court. May have, and I don't see any other open cases though.
Okay. All right, Mr. Patton, do you want to try to take care of your case today? If you wanted to take care of your case today, I would go ahead and send you to 30 days in Nana County Jail and give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. If not, we'll just see you back to court on November 15th.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll keep the bond at $1,000. You're representing yourself, and we'll see you back to court on November 15th at 9 a.m., okay?
11:15? Okay, thank you.
Glenn Tompkins. Mr. Tompkins, what's your date of birth?
Jan 22, 1961.
All right, you were here today for a robbery charge. The bond on that is $10,000. It's based on a warrant. Doesn't say when the date of offense is, though. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to hire somebody? You're going to represent yourself, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State to see your prior record.
Oh, yes. Starts in 89. So mostly a lot of drug activity, but there's some serious stuff like armed robberies, sale of cocaine, sale of crack. He's been to prison.
When was he in prison?
Let's see. It appears. Drug paraphernalia. I saw it after here.
In the past
Yeah.
5 years? Or?
Hold on, I just saw it in here. DOC 2003 to 2005. Let's see if there's any other ones. Even since then, though, there's multitude. Here's another one, 2009. He was in prison for selling drugs. There's all this violent stuff in here, too.
Okay. Mr. Tompkins, when were you last released from prison?
09.
Released in 09? Okay. I have an address for you on Jefferson Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
I live in 818 Peach Street.
Say it again.
818 Peach Street.
818. What's the name of the street?
Peach.
Did you guys get that?
No.
Okay, say it again. No one can hear you.
Peach.
Peach. Peach. Got it. That's in Brooksville, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How long have you lived there?
20 years.
You lived there 20 years? Where did we get this address on Jefferson Street?
I have no idea, ma'am.
Alrighty.
That was where he was arrested.
It says mailing address.
It also says arrest location.
Right. Okay.
No clue.
Do you have a job, Mr. Tompkins?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Laundry service.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $20,000 and we'll see you back to court November 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Charles DeCono.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. DeCono, can I have your date of birth, please?
1907.
Okay, you are here this morning for a writ of bodily attachment. What's going on? Are you working these days?
I've not been working for 5 weeks, but I was waiting for jobs to come in. Customers weren't ready yet because they were painting their house. I gave my ex money, but it was the wrong mistake. I should have went through child support instead of giving her money directly.
Okay. When did you give her money?
I gave her $250 2 weeks ago, another $200 4.5 weeks ago. Due because her truck broke down, and due that my girls needed sneakers for school and other things.
Okay. Where did you get that money?
From some of my side work.
What kind of side work?
I do flooring on the side. I quit my brother. I worked with my brother for floor roll for 30 years. I wanted more money, but he came over my house and beat me up with a bat. So then I decided to quit him. I went on my own, and now I work for Decorative Concrete. I started, 11 days ago. I worked only 2 days with him until I got picked up. He still owes me a paycheck.
How much is your paycheck?
I would say it's in the range of $300 to $350.
How much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail today?
I'm on my own. I don't have anything. I take care of my father. He's 83 years old.
Well, you have a $300 paycheck, right?
Yeah, I'm my boss, but I don't have his number.
Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. I find that you have the ability to pay child support, that during the period of non-payment you've been able-bodied, employable, and able to comply with the child support conditions, that you are in willful contempt for failure to pay the child support, that you have the present ability to pay a purge. That you're going to be incarcerated in the Hernando County Jail for 10 days or until you come up with $200.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.